Morning guys, my name is Crystal. Um, Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here in my flat in Rochester, Kent, and it's raining outside. Yesterday it was a complete contrast. The actual sun was out in the morning and people actually sat down in the sunshine. Now it is raining. At least it's not freezing cold. I don't feel freezing cold in here. So another day, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm pleased to say that at the moment everything is nice and quiet. No bad messages, no nothing. Just been left alone, which is great. It's fantastic. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1965, the Beatles staged their last ever UK concerts outside London, at the Capitol Cinema in Cardiff. 25,000 people tried to get hold of the 5,000 available tickets for 2 shows. I bet that queue was long and winding.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. The time is 8:31 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Tuesday the 12th of December. By the way, I can notify you when there's rain expected in your area. Would you like me to do that?
No. Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include American actress Jennifer Connelly, American singer, actress and TV show host Dionne Warwick, American actress, neuroscientist Mayim Bialik, English actor and comedian Bill Nye, and American Twitch streamer Stephen Bonnell too.
Alexa, what's the weather like in Rochester?
Currently, in Rochester, England, it's 10 degrees Celsius with showers. Today, you can expect cloudy skies, with a high of 12 degrees and a low of 7 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Why shouldn't you drink spoiled milk? It's better to eat the chunks with a spoon.
Right guys, so Tuesday morning. Not up to much today. The weather's pretty dismal, damp and dreary. Just the usual for me. I've made coffee. I haven't had my breakfast yet. It's probably be an egg sandwich, a poached egg sandwich. Got the cat. The cats wake me up anyway. The kitten was scratching this morning, trying to tear my sofa apart, and that's what kittens do. They scratch, don't they? And make noise with everything they can find. Wrapping, jumping into bags, but it's cute though. So I fed my pets, and the kitten is literally into everything at the moment. Harry is naughty. He's very naughty. So no plans for today at all. Just carrying on and trying to keep my spirits up when it feels like I'm fighting a battle against an unknown entity. Messages this morning, 150. This actually came to my phone at 12:47 a.m. in the morning, would you believe? On my phone from EE, make sure you have £10 credit ready for your £10 pack to automatically renew in 7 days. And of course, I haven't. I will do, but not right now. So things just have to wait. If you haven't got the money, you can't do it, can you? So you just wait till you have got it. That's what I do. Some people sell things, right, get money by selling things, but I should just wait and wait. Things are pretty bad at the moment. I think things that are happening and have happened have been done on purpose, just to cause upset, make me go outside and do something I wouldn't do because basically I've got no money. But I'm not going to do that as long as I've got food in the cupboard and I've got a roof over my head and I've got electric where I can heat up, even if it's just one room. I'm not going to succumb to these sexual bullying tactics, like trying to deplete my money so I've got nothing, and trying to annoy me and upset me and make me feel awful so I go and do something stupid. It's not working. I'm sensible. I'm a mature adult, and I've been through it all before. In some circumstances it was really hard because I had children to look after. Now I'm completely on my own, and as long as my pets are okay, which they are, then that's fine by me. But times are tough. We're all going through it. People are having to look through supermarkets for reduced items. Even over the Christmas period, it's very expensive, especially for families trying to feed their children. Some are holding down jobs and taking jobs at Christmas just so that they can feed their families, you know what I mean, and feed themselves. Times are tough. I will not be watching any shit over Christmas because I can put DVDs on. I can watch my own television on my phone. I can choose what I want to watch. I don't have to watch the BBC's rubbish. I don't have to watch the rubbish they put out on TV over Christmas. I can choose to watch what I want to watch, which is not their shit. It's usually repeats or royal this and royal that, and I'm not interested. You know, you sat there, right, with not a lot, and I don't want to watch. It doesn't cheer me up watching people with loads of money enjoying themselves. I don't know about other people, but it does not cheer me up watching people rich and whatever enjoying themselves over Christmas when you're struggling. I have got a tree up, I've got my balcony lights up, and I love Christmas. But I'm going to watch and listen to what I want to watch, not what they want you to watch on TV, what they dish out. I'm going to watch what I want to watch, you know. I'm not being told what to do. I'm not being manipulated or brainwashed by the shit that they give you to watch. You pay the TV licence for the BBC, and how many presenters on the BBC have turned out to be paedophiles or women, you know, abusers? And we watched that. I watched Jim and Fitz-It as a kid. He was a pedo. I mean, how many more in the future are gonna turn up? Actors, actresses, whatever. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it. You get told what to do at school. You get told what to do when you go to work. You get forced to do things, and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it no more. It's all been, my life has been full of abuse. I'm not being ordered and manipulated anymore. I've just put a stop to it. No one can tell me what to do. I won't have it. I was brought up really badly, neglected. Some occasions having to fend for myself, and I think it's disgusting the way that now they can manipulate me with my own money. My money. My bank could deny me access to my money. had enough. The post, the things I order are being buggered about with, and I've been given inferior goods or shitty goods. I mean, that duvet looked very nice in the package, looked wonderful. It's as thin as paper, absolutely thin as paper, right? I paid almost £20 for that duvet, and somebody has ripped me off. They've given me about a £7 cheap duvet for the price of 15 quid. So they've pocketed half of that money for themselves, obviously. And I'm poor, and I'm trying to scrimp and save on money and trying to get myself a better life, and people rob off of me. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. We are, while people like the royals and celebrities are stuffing their faces, going to parties over Christmas, and the rest of us poor peasants are sat here with what we can afford to eat and drink and try and be happy over the Christmas period, right? Our food is being shrunk, the packaging is being shrunk, and now they're, the old sweets of yesteryear with them, big quality street tin, is shrunk to almost a quarter of the size the tin was, and the sweets are now wrapped in paper. It's not the same. There's no personal touch. It's just, oh my God, they're shrinking our sweets. What was nicely wrapped in a Christmas delight is now, it's oh so dreary, oh so, what's going on? There is an even more bigger divide between the rich and the poor than there ever was before. They don't understand and they don't care. We get given inferior quality products. The food is getting shit. Some of it actually tastes like shit. And no wonder our children's teeth are breaking. The food is harder. Even the crisps, it's like biting into, rock. Crisps, Walker's crisps used to be so, crisp, not rock. It's like biting into hard rock, some of these products. They are picking on the poor people, and they are trying to scrimp and scrape, trying to make money out of the mess they've made of this country by taking money off the poor, playing about with their benefits, picking on disabled people, and trying to save on wrapping. Trying to make out they're trying to save the environment when this country is in such a financial state. They're shrinking everything to a quarter of the size it was. And now you can't even enjoy eating. So it's raining outside. There's not much you can do in the rain, is there? So I'm just going to stay indoors today. Apart from taking my lovely dog out for a walk, which I do enjoy doing. Get a nice bit of fresh air and a bit of exercise. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
Legitimately last year by using the points-based system that we introduced since leaving the European Union. And of course there are expectations that was never intended to be at that level, and that's why we're looking to revise that to see how we can adopt that. But during my time as in DEFRA Secretary,
yes,
we had the seasonal agricultural workers, So it's important that we have people come to the country who can provide a skill, but also, understandably, making sure that we get into the situation where we're training people to do those jobs or making those jobs sufficiently attractive that British people will want to switch to doing that job.
Last couple of minutes together, just referencing your role in DEFRA. A lot of my listeners are understandably furious about the quality or lack of quality of the water in which they swim, bathe, drink, or whatever it might be. Do you think the government, do you think you're robust enough? I know you're no longer Environment Secretary.
Yeah.
Do you think you've been robust enough? And there's a lot of people dealing with very bad water.
So, Nick, I want to be crystal clear. Our drinking water is the best in the world, and that has to be the number one priority of water companies. I'm very conscious.
By what measure is that, Therese?
There's a variety of index. Perhaps I'll send it to your producers.
Well, I know you wouldn't make
later.
that claim without being...
There's about 3 countries together which hold that, and that's an assiduous thing that's happened over many decades. I think the aspects of the reason why the sewage scandal is quite so prevalent in people's minds now is because a decade ago the Conservatives required companies to start publishing this information, and they hadn't been. And in fact, in the noughties, the Labour government had been taken to court by the European Union because of these issues. And so one of the other things that I would suggest, and in particular, I know LBC is a national radio station, but here we are in Trafalgar Square, just less than half a mile away from the Thames, and that project on the Thames Tideway, the super sewer, is taking the best part of a decade for it to work. It should then substantially cover all the issues in London, but we have to do that work right around the country. And yes, I think water companies should have been held to account a lot more, but with the unveiling of the information that we've really been able to pinpoint the issue, and that's why the water companies are still under a criminal investigation by the Environment Agency.
All right. You're probably not aware the UN climate talks in Dubai could be in jeopardy. It's been reported some nations reacting furiously to a draft deal on fossil fuels, which they call, quotes, weak. The draft removed language, including in previous texts, the suggestion fossil fuels could be phased out. All 198 countries at the summit must agree, or there's no deal. Presumably you would have been there.
Well, I did actually go as a backbencher last week. I was in Dubai, and these tensions, particularly with the petroleum states, but not exclusively, aspects of India and China as well, are very concerned about this phase out entirely of fossil fuels. Of course, we need to do that, and I think it will be a success for the presidency if they can show the plan of how we get to that. I know that the presidency's made a lot of efforts to bring oil and other gas companies on board as a way of moving to complete phase out and representing about 40% of the world's production. Right. But it's important that we have that text, and even if it's not definitive, I'm conscious that countries will stay there, I think, for even a few days longer to try and make that the case. So last year I was involved in our biodiversity treaty. The UK government reopened the text because the text wasn't good enough. It was the right thing to do. We got the right outcome for nature. And I think this presidency, the Sultan Al Jaber, needs to reopen the text and have the confidence to get it through. All
right, last couple of minutes together. It's 4 years since the 2019 general election.
Gosh.
You and your yes, absolutely. You and your colleagues stormed past the winning post. Where did it all go wrong? Barnard Castle?
Well, I think a lot of things have gone very well. There's no doubt that the whole COVID but the COVID situation, I think, was a body check for the economy, and we've just had extensive interrogation of various ministers. I'm not going to particularly opine on the inquiry. I think there's a lot more questions that I'm aware of, or points that were discussed extensively within government which haven't come up in the inquiry, which I suppose I found surprising. But that's a judgment for Lady Hallett and the council. But I think overall, if we think about the Ukraine war, the last 4 years we have seen a heck of a lot. But we also left Brexit. It was the key. Left the European Union. It was the key manifesto commitment, and we are still delivering on many other manifesto commitments. But I'm conscious that the impact, particularly of inflation, fueled by the Russia's war on Ukraine, is really making people stretch either their savings or their finances, and that's what I think our focus needs to be in this final 12 months.
You're robust now, but noting that you had that bit of a health issue, are you going to fight the next general election?
I absolutely am. It's a huge privilege to be a Member of Parliament, and as long as the people of Suffolk Coastal, of course, want me, I will continue to try and represent them to the best of my capability.
We talked about friendships in politics. You're very close with former Prime Minister Liz Truss. Do you still speak with her regularly? Does she see a time she could return?
I do speak to her. I must admit, having been so busy in DEFRA, we haven't spoken quite as much as we used to. But yes, we've seen each other since I've left government, and she's still absolutely a friend. I think Liz is ploughing her path, very focused on growth, and that's a good thing. And I know that actually the Prime Minister wants to grow the economy as well, so we can be united on the mission which the Conservative government is still there to do. But I'm conscious that there's a lot to play for in the next 12 months. We shouldn't assume the election's over, far from it. We have to show that we want to win, and we can do that best by supporting families and businesses right around the country.
Who's on your alarm now? Still Dr. Dre?
I've still got Still Dre at 8, but
Doesn't chance
still Dre.
Still quite ready.
I left my phone outside this time, Nick, just in case.
Well done. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Good to see you, Will.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it.
LBC. It's 8:50.
Potential Tory rebels have been meeting Rishi Sunak at Downing Street to discuss the Rwanda policy. The Labour leader will make a direct appeal to Conservative voters in a keynote speech later. And official figures show an easing of wage growth in the 3 months to October. LBC weather, most places seeing some rain today, a high of 12 degrees.
LBC Travel, I'm Joanne Webb. Long delays continue on the Surrey stretch of the M25, anti-clockwise from junction 12 at the M3 to 9 at Leatherhead because of the flooding, and then also clockwise it's slow from junction 9 at Leatherhead to 10 at the A3. Also on the M25 but on the Hertfordshire stretch there are lengthy delays anti-clockwise to junction 24 at Porters Bar. It's because a car has gone off the road and spun off into the bushes. Also delays on the M3 northbound up to the M25. There are now delays of about 45 minutes, and that's all down to an accident. Severe delays continue in East London after the Blackwall Tunnel was closed. The A12 is still very slow southbound, and the A13 hardly moving at all westbound from the Wellington interchange.
LBC.
The world needs more Santas.
Right, guys. Not much going on around here. See you later.